I'm a 3D artist, and in this video, I designed the most uncomfortable LEGO ideas my viewers could think of and showed them to a real myself to come up with good ideas. Okay, decent ideas. But this time, I need bad ideas. And so without a second thought, I consulted the intellectual gauntlet that is YouTube's community tab, and well, it was worse than I thought. Out of the 1,700 ideas my viewers blessed me with, most of them fall into two categories: sadists and children. But buried deep in the chaos, there were actually some ideas I could use. Take, for example, the biblically accurate angel. For context, this is how angels are usually depicted, but this is how they are actually described. 4 different faces, eyeballs everywhere, the perfect LEGO set to decorate your house with I could use. Take, for example, the biblically accurate angel. For context, this is how angels are usually depicted, but this is how they are actually described. 4 different faces, eyeballs everywhere, the perfect LEGO set to decorate your house with, really. I started by building these segments, which have smooth surfaces for the eyes and connector pieces on each side, which can be duplicated around a bunch of times to form a circle. The angel I'm replicating is the Ophanim, described as intersecting gold rings covered in eyes. In the lore, they basically act as wheels for a giant throne, so I had to make sure they can spin around independently of each other. The segments went through a few different iterations, but I ultimately settled with a 4x4 design. Next, I made 3 different rings with 8, 12, and 16 segments respectively. They look alright, I guess, but most depictions of Ophanim include a giant eyeball right in the middle. Now, there's like 100 ways to make a LEGO sphere. I've never personally made one, but hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? And some that you do. Look, the eyeball can wait, I'll fix that later. This model doesn't even have colors yet, so I started the process of adding materials. Gold pieces can be pretty rare as far as LEGO sets go, but it's probably fine if I just make every piece of this set gold, right? At least the eyeball's normal. Speaking of that, I tested out a few eyeball stickers to round things out a bit. A lot of different colors could work, but I think blue works out the best. Now, the most noticeable feature of this angel are the hundreds of eyes covering the wheels. So I copied my eyeball sticker all over the model, and the result is much better than I expected. I'm super happy with this, but I think blue works out the best. Now, the most noticeable feature of this angel are the hundreds of eyes covering the wheels. So I copied my eyeball sticker all over the model, and the result is much better than I expected. I'm super happy with the small eyes, but they make me realize just how bad the middle eye actually is. Not only is it way too small, it's also not smooth like the rest of the model. So I drank a Red Bull, lit a candle, and read a bunch of Instagram quotes, and just like that, I was ready to give it another go. This time, I used a whole bunch of these smooth pieces at different angles to make it look like a sphere from a distance. I also made the sticker way bigger than before to match the scaling of the other eyes. The final result is smoother than the brain of a Twitter user, and I think I'm about ready to call it done. The final set clocks in at a healthy 1,221 pieces and would probably cost around $100. I'm not sure if that's a good deal, but I am sure people would buy it. Just look at the sets people buy these days. $400 for a LEGO piano? I'm like 90% sure you can get a real piano for less money than that. Regardless of the price, I'm proud of how this set turned out. If I was still a kid and I got this for Christmas, I'd probably cry, and that's a job well done in my book. Unfortunately, I've still got a ways to go if I'm trying to impress a real LEGO designer, but little did I know, the next set I designed would be 10 times as impressive as this one. I thought it would be funny if I made commercial footage for these sets, and every good commercial needs music. Yeah, that should work. Finding music is pretty much the final boss of making videos. I usually have like 40 songs in every video so that TikTok viewers can pay attention for more than 30 seconds. But all of those songs, ever since I started YouTube, are from the partner of this video, Epidemic Sound. If you ever want to sort them into mood playlists, the free music, and I'm not gonna drag this out, just imagine my videos without music. I'm a 3D artist, and today I made a Kirby body pillow. It just doesn't work. So if you want to avoid that, get yourself to the link in the video. If I'm gonna impress the LEGO designer, I'm gonna need better ideas than a Clash Royale Goblin and the entire state of Kentucky. Although I guess that would be kind of impressive. Unfortunately, the deeper I dove into the abyss, the worse ideas I found. This guy said make a life-size LEGO house out of small pieces. Do you know how long that would take? I'm not gonna waste a week and a half making a life-size LEGO house. This is why I can't get anything done. The average LEGO piece is 9.6 millimeters tall, meaning we need 183 for the average human and 416 for the average house. Not only is this house entirely made of LEGO, it's also built to code with standard 2x4 framing and a pier and beam foundation. My computer sounds worse than a TikTok user's Spotify playlist. Not only is the structure made of LEGO, the utilities are as well. For the wiring, we're using copper LEGO bricks surrounded by rubber ones. LEGO shaped metal is still conductive. I don't see why it wouldn't work. You guys should know better than to challenge me me at this point. Who needs responsibilities when you have 470 Lego shingles? The layout is pretty basic. A living room, a bedroom, a bathroom, and I guess this is the laundry room. I picked out some nice colors, but I realized if I'm gonna impress the Lego designer, a completely empty house is not going to cut it. So I modeled out some basic furniture any normal house would need. A vanity, toilet, bed, 18th century cannon pointed directly at the door for some reason, Golden Freddy, water fountains are nice to have, a dog, gotta have that companionship, the Thinker sculpture from Paris, France, just the essentials for a house like this. Man, that Lego designer's gonna love this, I can already tell. Safety comes first, gotta add a fire extinguisher, or 2, I don't care, 10, add 10 fire extinguishers. It's not like you can have too many, you know? Why don't we add a couple more, just to be safe? All jokes aside, the bedroom is feeling kinda empty. This corner especially, I was thinking we could put a lamp, or a bookshelf, or a couple more fire extinguishers. After all said and done, this set many, you know? Why don't we add a couple more, just to be safe? All jokes aside, the bedroom is feeling kinda empty. This corner especially, I was thinking we could put a lamp or a bookshelf or a couple more fire extinguishers. After all said and done, this set would have just over 24 million pieces, coming out to a total price of $2.4 million, which is pretty expensive, but still marginally better than a cardboard box in California. The instructions alone would probably look like the Dead Sea Scrolls, and the box would be even larger. This set, for example, has 939 pieces, and the box is about 0.2 cubic feet. So if we multiply that by the number of pieces, we're looking at a box that's about 100 feet tall, and a set that would take 11.5 years to build, and that's without sleeping, eating, or gambling. This would probably be all well and good until you realize you'd literally be stepping on Legos every waking moment of your life, which is a level of suffering no human was meant to endure. For one last set, I found this glorious comment: make a Lego hand with actual fingers. I was gonna end it here, but it's such a shame to let this idea go to waste. So I got myself a Lego hand and got to work. Now I'm pretty terrible at sculpting, but I'm not sure if that's actually better or worse in this case. I'm not gonna draw this out. I did 3 fingers on each side, like the shape of the hand would disturbingly suggest, and after just a few hours, this is what I came up with. Remind me to never 3D model anything ever again, by the way. With that, my project had come to a close, and it was finally time for the Lego designer to judge my work. My viewers have some Lego ideas.
Oh no. Okay, that's impressive actually. And it kind of reminds me of those astronaut training devices. I know that you're very proud about your sphere in the middle. I'm not so happy about that. Could have made it rounder. It takes a B-. Good building techniques, but not living up to the expected result. Well, it's a Lego house. I'm really impressed by the sheer amount of pieces that would probably take to build. It's a proper house. It's actually decent. I would live in here. I really like the furniture, particularly the cannon. We need a kitchen somewhere. You know, we need Lego food to eat. We all love to eat plastic. I'll give this an A. I'm really impressed.
And do you want to go ahead and shout out your channel?
If people want to check some Lego set reviews, come and check my channel. I also do some educational type videos regarding Lego, illegal techniques, and all that.
With that, I had arguably impressed the Lego designer once again, and my viewers will never complain about me not using their ideas again. Oh yeah, I also made this hand.
Okay, that's uncomfortable.